Ethereum Astrology Forecast for 2025. All right, welcome to the Crypto Astro channel. If we get this video to 200 likes, I'll make a Solana video update for February as well. So smash that like button. But none of this content is financial or investment advice. This content is intended for entertainment and informational purposes. Okay, so if we zoom out, when in doubt, zoom out. We look at the monthly for Ethereum. It is still in an uptrend overall. Now, we did see, if you take a look at these swings, you look at this yellow line, we did swing down in August. We swung all the way up to, wow, 4,115. And then we got this mega correction. However, this swing low is still above the August low. And the fact that we're getting a lot of buying action here is positive. So that's looking good. As long as we close this month, above around 2,700, ideally like 2,800. But yeah, even if we close around 2,700, we could still be in an overall macro bullish formation. So that's really interesting to note. Now, we could even look at the stochastic RSIs crossing down right now. So a little, obviously, some caution there. Obviously, we're getting a lot of bearish action in the last week. If we look at the weekly, yeah, same thing. We're getting a lot of buying action, so that's good. The next weekly close is February 10th. We'll keep our eyes on what we see with that. If we look at the stochastic RSI, momentum's still going down. So we're still waiting on a stochastic RSI cross up, which could be bullish as long as it's not a fake out. Now I want to talk about the Ethereum Pectra upgrade, which is beginning testing this month, and says, should a pair of major tests go well, developers expect the upgrade to hit Ethereum's mainnet in April. So interesting date there, April. The last few times we got an Ethereum update, Ethereum peaked. And so what we had last year, I believe there was an update in March, and it went live right around here, I believe. So typically it's bullish leading into an Ethereum upgrade. And so it's interesting that the date is April. Could we get a peak in April? That's interesting. What to know? The Ethereum's Pectra upgrade is hitting the Liquidity and Sepolia testnets in February and March. Pectra will contain an array of improvements with special focus on wallets and validators. Should those tests succeed, the developers will reconvene on March 6th to determine when to launch the upgrade officially. Some developers are now saying it will likely hit mainnet in early April. So it sounds like the date is still not certain. And Ethereum developers have officially set dates for Pectra. Test dates. The network's first upgrade in 11 months, putting it on track for a potential April release date. So for 11 months, it hasn't had that upgrade really since March. And what has Ethereum done since then? It's been just trading in a range from, 4,000 down to 2,000. It's been kind of bouncing up and down. So this actually looks pretty bullish overall for Ethereum. If the tests go well with Pectra, this could be bullish here. Pectra will contain an array of improvements. Ethereum's core builders decide Thursday during bi-weekly all core developers call to begin testing Pectra on February 26th on the Liquidity testnet, with a follow-up test on the network's Sepolia testnet stated for March 5th. Okay, so they're going to be testing it. I think we might need to stay updated on this, how the tests go. If the tests go well, this could be bullish. So that's very interesting. And more on that. Let's see. Yeah, the last upgrade, Duncan, happened on March 12th. So right here, and marked the market peak. And now for Pectra, Has client software updates. February 3rd. Testnet forks. February 12th. Holisky testnet. But those dates might have been moved back a little bit. And then shadow testing, they'll be doing final preparations. Pending successful testnet trials, the finalized Pectra software will be deployed potentially in March or April. All right, so let's take a look at the astrology. Forgot to do that in my video yesterday. So the basic February astrology, this is the general astrology, not for Ethereum. Oftentimes the crypto astrology can be affected by the overall general astrology. And for those who are astrology lovers, you're going to love this. For those who are astrology skeptics, you might not enjoy this so much. So you could leave the video if you really want to, because we're going to be talking about astrology. All right, so February 4th, Jupiter goes direct. We already had that, bringing a potential major market shift. Well, we've been getting, let's look since then. Yeah, we've been getting, decent recovery so far. It's still a little on the weak side. Still below this green line, this 50% level at around 2871. But we have this major trend line. If we zoom out, this major trend line goes all the way back to the bear market. So that's a major trend line. We could get some major support around that line. I could even bring it down a little bit. It looks like around there maybe. And so that level of support comes in at around, this level, 2637. Now we could dip below it, but we want to get daily closes above that, weekly closes above that, which we are getting so far. We did get this daily close recently. Wait, where was it? Oh, right here. 2730. Not so bad. It's below this 50% level, but at least we're above this trend line. I think this trend line is potential major support. So the fact that we're still right on it, very close to it, could actually be a decent buying opportunity. That's just what I'm thinking. I can't give any financial advice, but I did buy some more this morning. I'm going kind of, I'm trading. I'm doing a little bit of like weekly trading here. Okay, so we're talking about the astrology. Yeah, so we've gotten a recovery since Jupiter is on direct. That's positive. That's good to see. We want to see positive momentum with Jupiter, as Jupiter often brings expansion. And specifically when Jupiter goes direct, it brings a major market shift. Historically, I've gone back all, 15 years of Bitcoin's life. And when we get Jupiter that goes direct, typically we see a major market shift in the entire crypto market. And it's could either be in the positive or negative direction. So far, it's looking like potentially in the positive. So that would be very, very good, because Jupiter can bring a lot of expansion into the market. In the best case scenario, February 7th, Venus sextile Pluto. That's positive. So we are getting a slow recovery. So that's good. We want to continue that. We could, we're February 9th, we're getting Mars trine Saturn. Mars brings explosive moves. Saturn being slow and steady growth. That looks pretty good. So we could get a pump here in the next couple days. Then there's the full moon where Uranus is squaring the moon and Mercury. Bit of a concern there. That's a wild card. It's unpredictable. Uranus can bring shocking surprises. Let's hope that's in the positive direction, but it's just extreme volatility, basically. It's tough to say. Either we're going to be exploding back up, or it might get another rejection. It's really tough to say, but we can also take a look at the Ethereum astrology, see if we get any hints on what's going to happen around the 12th. All right, February 23rd, we have Mars stationing direct. That's a bit of a wild card. Could bring a bit of positive momentum into the market. However, Mars is still in Cancer, its weakest sign. So I'm not going to put too much weight on that. February 27th, we get a new moon in Pisces, sextile Venus and Uranus, and squaring Jupiter. Slight positive there. But Pisces might not be the best energy. There's going to be a lot of planets in Pisces, which isn't the greatest for markets. So that's a concern heading into March. All right. So let's take a look at the Ethereum astrology, shall we? So we go here. There we go. And we open this bad boy up here. And we have Neptune trining the Ethereum Saturn on February 11th. So that's positive. Really good we're getting that, because that full moon that was very volatile, Ethereum's getting a positive transit with that. Neptune, the planet of spirituality, oneness, but also delusions and illusions, is trining Saturn. So that brings positive kind of, it also, the Neptune can bring euphoria. So it brings positive energy to Saturn, which is slow and steady growth. So Ethereum could start to be stair-stepping upwards, hopefully at that point, with that positive astrology. Now we also have Uranus that is coming into sextile with Mars. It's going to be in orb, so it's not going to be super strong. But Uranus, the planet of technology, is sextiling Mars. It can bring explosive moves, but that's really in March. It's going to be in orb in February, so slight positive there. Then we get Sun sextile the Ethereum Uranus, the planet of crypto, and that's positive February 9th. So we could get more positive momentum here, as Ethereum is right on the edge of that support line, that trend line. Venus trining the Ethereum Sun is quite positive February 16th. That's after that full moon, that volatile full moon. So we could be getting a recovery after that. However, we get 3 negatives right after that. The Sun opposing the Ethereum Jupiter, excuse me, on the 16th. Sun square the Ethereum Saturn. Sun opposing the Ethereum Venus. That's actually a bit concerning. So the 16th through the 18th, or in the US time, the 15th through the 17th, that's a bit concerning. So we could see a little correction around there. It's certainly possible, but not guaranteed. Those are kind of minor transits there. Then we get Mars stationing direct on the 24th. And then we get the Sun conjunct the Ethereum Neptune on the 27th, which is not great. Heading into March, which I am very concerned about. As March astrology is not looking great. Let's see if we see any additional things with, I'm adding Mercury, the planet of trading here. Yeah, slight negative with Mercury on the 6th. That was yesterday. And yeah, yesterday wasn't the greatest. Then we're getting a couple positive transits on the 9th. That's good. So maybe we could see a recovery around the 9th. The 8th or the 9th. The 8th in United States time, the 9th in Asia time. And then we get a couple negatives with Mercury on the 13th. Yeah, so definitely volatile energy. Let's see the end of the month. Slight positive Mercury sextiling the Ethereum Pluto on the 22nd. And then it gets 3 positives on the 27th, the 1st, and the 2nd. Interesting. So, I mean, it's really tough to predict. We're seeing some positives, some negatives. It's going to be a volatile month, but perhaps Ethereum will start recovering, but then there could be another correction at some point. Tricky astrology these days. It's not crystal clear. Just got to be honest with you guys. I can't act like things are clear when it's not super clear. Sometimes the astrology is like we're going through a cloudy skies, and other times it's like clear skies and it's clear as day. This month, not so much. But we're getting another additional transit to the Ethereum. Let's see, transiting Neptune trine the progressing Saturn for Ethereum. That's positive. So we're getting that February 12th, right on that full moon day. So another positive hit for Ethereum around that full moon. That's positive. So perhaps Ethereum could be stair-stepping upwards. After months and months and months and months and months and months and months of Ethereum being on a downtrend, look at this. Ethereum being on a massive downtrend versus BTC, it's almost hit this low of December 2020. Unbelievable. I don't think anybody thought Ethereum was going to perform this weak for this long. It's unbelievable. But perhaps, man, I mean, it could potentially have one more dump, let's say, because it hasn't fully hit this line. It doesn't have to, but either we're going to get like one more dump into this and then maybe recover after that, or we're just going to continue to head upwards from here. I sure hope so, because this has been brutal for Ethereum the last couple years here, man. All right. Oh, I think that's the gist of the astrology. If we, one thing that was interesting is, so we're obviously in the month of February. We got a dump in February. Now, what's the last time we had a dump in February? It was right here, actually, where we also had a positive Venus transit that we're getting this month. What happened in February 2023? We got a dump and we recovered. Yeah, but then it fell off again, so that's the only negative. But there was a recovery, so maybe there's a glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel. But after that correction, it continued to head up. Now, if I pull up the global liquidity line, I've been looking a lot at this. As you can see, Ethereum's tracking this yellow line pretty closely. It does bottom out by like February 8th, February 9th, and then it starts to head up again. Now, so there's a chance that Ethereum could head up again and follow this yellow line, but it's not necessarily guaranteed because sometimes you'll see sometimes Ethereum, look at this yellow line. It goes down. Ethereum was going down. This yellow line gets a pump and falls off again. Ethereum just kind of continued falling down. So sometimes even when there's a pump here, sometimes Ethereum pumps, sometimes it doesn't. Because look at this one. The yellow line goes up over here in May of last year. Ethereum goes up a lot. So there's a chance Ethereum could go up a lot. But it's not 100% accurate. So tricky. I wouldn't bet the farm on this. But, I mean, it's kind of a small... It's not like a huge pump. It's a small pump, but... Best case scenario, we get a pump around February 8th, February 9th, heading into like mid-February, that full moon. So that's good. Slight positive there. And if we zoom in, we look at the 50% or the Fibonacci lines. We want to get above this green line, 27.81. Yeah, that's basically, and we want to hold above 25.37, that trend line. And let's see, what else? What questions do y'all have? Once again, smash that like button if you want me to come out with a Solana February astrology update video. I'll be giving all the goods on that if we can get this video to 200 likes. Come on, smash that like button. Let's get all the way to 200 likes. Help me out, people. All right. Oh, Google searches. We could check that out. Where is it? Right here? We could check out Ethereum. I bet it's pretty low. Just gonna guess. Yeah, if we look at the red line, yeah, Ethereum searches are low, but they're still Google searches are still quite much higher than before Trump was inaugurated as president, or when he won the presidential election. So if we zoom in there, 90 days, let's see. So before, that's not enough. We got to go back. So yeah, before Trump was elected, it was down here at 22. Hey, look at that! Look at that little dotted line. Ethereum searches are actually going up. That's interesting. It's probably around regarding the Pectra upgrade, maybe. So yeah, perhaps these upgrades could bring in more interest, more eyeballs on the Ethereum, and perhaps people buying in. That's interesting. So that dotted line means that searches are going up right now in the last week. All right, that's positive. That's positive. Not so bad, Ethereum. Lastly, the daily exchange volume. It's going up a little bit. Let me reload this just to make sure it's updated. It's going up a little bit here. So that's good overall, but we want to get even higher. We want to hold this level and continue up. As if the daily exchange volume is going down, then that means that any rallies could not be lasting rallies. Whereas if this daily exchange volume continues on an uptrend, it continues going up, then rallies are much more sustainable and continue to go up. All right, so we'll be keeping my eyes on that. And that's about it. Let's see if we have any questiones here in the chat. Be ready, brother. Yes. April is a great time for them to launch. Yeah, and there is some positive astrology in April. I'm curious what date they're going to launch on. Yeah. Ethereum has been a pile of poo. It needs to poop already. Yes. Let me turn off this indicator real quick. It's pretty obnoxious. Wow, so we are getting a bit of a slight dump here. Whoa, interesting. Ethereum's down to 2672. XRP's down to 230. Solana's down. Whoa, Solana's not looking good. Solana's continuing to show weakness. Now, I mean, there could be, if it does go like that, sometimes it does just bounce up all of a sudden. Is this a capitulation or a further downside? It's tough to say, but crypto's in a relatively weak position. Ethereum's still holding, Ethereum's doing better than Solana right now. Solana's looking weak. XRP's doing all right. Ethereum's holding up okay. Bitcoin's showing a little bit more weakness. The total crypto market cap, is showing some weakness too. Let's zoom in. Oh man. Zoom in. Yeah, so we are getting a dump on the hourly, the short term here. A lot of volatility here, guys and gals. I think it will be very bearish unless Elon announces his X payments blockchain. Oh, that's possible. Blockchain anchor. Ethereum update Pectra is coming soon. Whales are accumulating before it happens. Okay, it's possible. We selling our XRP before March eclipse or what? Man. That's a tough call. It's so tough. I sold some, and I'm going to be buying on lower prices. So I actually sold 50% of my bag, and I'm starting to dollar cost average back in, but it's really tricky. Really tricky. When are you planning to sell in February? I'm waiting to see if there's a pump February 8th to February 14th. Yeah. So I'm waiting around that time. Can you look at Pepe? Pepe's not my favorite. What does astrology have to do with crypto? All right, so maybe this channel's not for you. If you don't like astrology, you know, there's the door. You don't have to stay here if you don't like astrology. So we talk a lot about astrology here. So if that's not your thing, peace. No hurt feelings. All right, thanks everybody for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Once again, smash that like button. Get this video to 200 likes, and I'll be coming out with a Solana February astrology update on that confirmation. All right, thanks everybody, and I'll see you on the next video.